hello. I'm trying this for the first time, and I'm gonna see how it goes. If it goes smoothly, it seems to be going at least right now. But so we're back with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Yeah, that was all me. Want to give me some credit here, Mr. Reporter? That was all me. The Alliance is getting credit, even though I'm technically no longer part of the Alliance. Not only are they not giving me credit, but they're taking credit for something that was technically the work of a Spectre who doesn't answer to the Alliance. That seems, well, that's typical of politics, I guess. But, the thing I wanted to, but the thing I, yeah, so that seems fairly typical of politicians, doesn't it? Oh yeah, if I do something you don't like, you're going to put her, you'll say, "Oh no, he's a specter. He's not one of us." But when I do something you do like, "Oh yeah, he was totally just following our orders. He was totally just doing that." I don't I don't want to have to save her life by shooting her. Yeah, that's got to be the weirdest thing about trying to prevent someone from shooting themselves. Put the gun down! I'm putting a gun on you. Put the gun down. If you don't put that gun, if you try to shoot yourself, I'll shoot you. Effective, huh? Not sure how that is supposed to help, but apparently, that'll be a help. Oh, great! I think the latest Android update. Oh no, it's coming back. For a moment, I thought the latest Android updated and restarted my phone without my permission, and then it looked like it had bricked it for a second. My cousin has to clean up all the bodies that fall out of the dock, and he told me, no more bodies. I'm not cleaning up any more bodies. You better talk them down. But I don't like to work, so I'm outsourcing it to you. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, suicide. Interesting. Let's not say anything that might push her over the edge. You're. I don't think you're an animal. I really don't think you qualify. You're a human being! Well, okay, it looks like it's running fine. Okay, yep. I'm new to the whole streaming thing, and especially with this whole restreaming thing, if it didn't cost $50 a month. Um, well, then why aren't I getting the buzzard of burning? If that's the way it works. Well, you see, I didn't actually get. I hid under a blanket, and that was it. The Batarians aren't too smart. I mean it. They don't come off as too smart. I don't think so. They you really don't want to know. It was gross. But yeah. But the one thing I wanted to talk about was Disney got me thinking about how many companies I grew up with getting my entertainment from when I was a kid. How many of them seem to have lost their way and seem to have almost no sense of direction these days? I mean, I get I guess Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Disney are all tied together, but those were the big ones when I was growing up, and even the video game companies like Square seem to not be sure. I mean, they're investing hundreds of millions of dollars into games they closed down like a year or two later. You know, they're basically they're putting their money into games that are, and I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out what happened, how they lost their sense of vision and purpose. It's like and it just seems to be and it's like with Disney. I mean, they just announced that they're going to be making a huge investment in their theme parks. Now, the theme parks traditionally have been what kept Disney afloat. Heck, back in the 80s when Michael Eisner wanted to keep making animated movies, the board really wanted to just become a theme park company, and he had to convince them to give him a chance to turn the animation division around. um, it was he had to convince them that, hey, the characters from these movies will bring people into the theme parks. I mean, that's how important the theme parks are. But now Disney announced that it's going to be investing in their theme parks, which would normally, be seen as a good thing, but their stock tanked. I'm like, what's happened? I guess they tried to expand everywhere and now they just feel unfocused, and I think that's the problem with a lot of companies. Instead of focusing, I mean, I guess these companies they try to they become successful at one thing, but then they try to diversify, which diversification is a is a is a good thing, I would say, for most companies, except when it comes at the cost of the core of what your company is. And here's the thing: Disney was the top of the animation world. Everybody else was trying to be them. I mean, even Studio Ghibli, which I would think is the next big thing in animation, has always was always trying to follow in the footsteps of classic Disney. And they had some of the most successful movies of the 90s, and they were all animated. And then I guess that just wasn't enough, and they decided to. I have to wonder if maybe Pixar was too much of a good thing, because because before that, Disney's movies appealed to kids under 10 and their parents, and that in between demographic of between being a kid at 10 years old and going to and becoming a parent yourself, um, was sort of an area Disney wasn't really in, but it meant that you knew what you were getting with Disney and you knew what they were doing. And I guess what happened was when Pixar came along, um, Pixar movies were trying they were, trying to figure out, you know, there were teenagers who the movies were funny enough that the teenagers watched them, and people watched them for, you know, the technology that they hadn't seen before. And I think Disney then wanted more of that demographic when they saw how much money there was. So they started buying up everything in sight with their animation money. And but now it's like, what's the core of Disney? What is Disney? You go into a Disney park, and now it's not it's not princesses from classic fairy tales. It's not heroes from classic books that are mostly in the it's not male heroes from classic books that are mostly in the public domain, or fairy tales or anything. It's everything. It's everything under the sun. You're seeing, stormtroopers, Marvel characters, Indiana Jones, and I know that they had an Indiana Jones right before, but that was sort of in its own thing. Um, but it, it's like, but it was like, it was one of those things. It was one of the, yeah, and now it's just like, what do you what is Disney exactly? I mean, it's a huge corporation that owns all these brands, but do you actually know what you're? And it's just, and it's just weird, and I think that actually hurts them in the end, because they ended up having to spend all this money to get into they ended up having to spend all this money on streaming. And now that that's not panning out, they have to shift to spending it on the theme parks, I would have, which I would have said, based on their history, I would have made the streaming a spin-off from the park spending instead. But I guess I'm not a business genius like I guess I'm not a business genius like Bob Iger or whatever. Which I have to wonder, is this all part of a plan? Is Because I don't know, it seems so directionless, and it seems like everything they do is tanking the stock. I have to wonder, is that the plan? Is it that Bob Iger, who has always had ties with Apple, is he there simply to tank the stock to the point where well, you already banged her, so I can't tell you much. But yeah, I have to wonder if that's the plan. Get Disney's stock so low that I already know why is this a thing now? I don't know. But anyway, it's like one of those things of like, do they I have to wonder, the conspiracy theory part of my brain has to wonder if Bob Iger's whole purpose this whole time has been to grab as much but for Disney as they can, and then enough of as much of the entertainment industry as he could at Disney, then tank Disney's stock, then Apple gets to come in, buy it for a song, and they get, yeah, and Apple, with between the iPhone and this Apple becomes the default entertainment king of the world. That might be why they're refusing, no matter how bad things are getting for them financially, to even sell things that are clearly not worth what they once were, like the ABC network. And that's it's just I would I have to wonder, is that the long term plan? Is that, I mean, you have like maybe half a dozen banks like BlackRock really controlling everything in 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 the various industries around the world. So I have to wonder if this isn't the plan and they finance everything, and if the plan isn't to eventually consolidate everything under the banner of one or two companies and just have like one company on earth that's responsible for like 90% of entertainment product, that's you know another company that's responsible for all cars, a company after that, and and that seems to I just another company that's responsible for internet. That's why Comcast seems to have such a stranglehold. And I think oh shoot, I yeah. Why do you have to change the run button? But I just have to wonder if that's the end game here. Just every it's just I mean it's already controlled by a handful of banks which are controlled by a handful of powerful investors. So it's just I just feel like maybe that's where this is going, consolidation, and maybe that's why nobody at Disney uh, maybe that's why, things like maybe that's why companies like Disney, X, um, Tesla, and all these other companies, that stock is getting pretty badly hit, don't seem to be reacting to it, and they act like it's not even happening. That would seem to me, oh yeah, I'll just leave him with false hope, because that because that's not a thing an asshole would do. Uh, why is that even an option? What kind of asshole doesn't tell this guy that he found his brother's body? Uh, it's just like, not really. But yeah, it's and speaking of consolidation, it seems like Microsoft is still talking about buying Nintendo, and I do not want to see that happen because as much as I love my Xbox and my Game Pass, again, I hate this consolidation because it's bad for the consumer. And I mean, could anything be worse than from the consumer than one of the big three video game companies buying buying one of the other ones? But but I have heard some people say, "Oh, Nintendo will never sell to Microsoft." Yeah, and I agree it shouldn't happen. But when people say it can't happen, I have to wonder: do they even know how this works? Because Nintendo is a publicly traded company. Technically, anything that's a publicly traded company is open to a hostile takeover. All you have to do is buy enough of the stock. Now, whether Microsoft would ever invest that amount of money, that's that's the big question. But but the thing I would, but what I would, but saying that it's impossible. I mean, unless if Microsoft really wants to buy up all that stock, they can do it. And then the only thing that can stop them is a government stepping in and saying, no, 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 no. And I'm hoping that happens, but who knows? you know. But it's like I feel like everything's being consolidated, and I even feel like Nintendo. I mean, even Nintendo feels a little rudderless in that they're resorting to things like telling you if you don't buy this this badly thought out Star Fox game. You know, they resorted to that during the Wii U era, and it seems like they're following through on their threat to just kill the Star Fox franchise and so many others. Like for instance, we got F-Zero 99 out there. They are putting GameCube games the on the Switch. Would it really kill them to put F-Zero GX on the Switch? Would that kill them? That was the best of the games. That's the one everybody really wants. I mean, I just feel like I just feel like it's gotten out. I just feel like it feels like Nintendo. They used to have all these franchises, and it's just now it's just a new a new a new 3D Mario game when they feel like it, a new 2D Mario game almost every year, and new Zelda games, and that seems to be it. That seems to be all they care. That seems to be all they care about now. And what's more, I'm not sure the portable gaming market that they've been the king of since really the launch of the Game Boy is going to be around much longer. Mainly because the new cell phones coming up, and I know a lot of people will say that proper gaming can't be done on cell phones, and I would agree. But I think the average consumer that they sold more than 100 million Switches to might not care about that. I mean, we're now coming out with cell phones that can play the type of games that they're putting on the Switch. So, yeah, will the average person continue to drag around the Switch with them when they're on the bus or train or whatever? Or they or will they just pull out their cell phone and start playing games on that? In that case, I'm not sure where Nintendo goes in the hardware business, because they used to focus on having some great technology, but like, if any of the leaks about the Switch 2 are true, it's kind of impressive, but I don't see anything there that can't be that you know that won't be caught up with in a few years by cell phones and other technology. And plus, there are multiple Switch sized devices out there that give you more of an. And I understand the Nintendo games are a huge selling point, but are they a big enough selling point to continue to allow Nintendo to be a big player in the. To continue to be a big player? Not sure. Be one of the big three, or will they slowly start to become a company that makes their own niche hardware for their with their own niche games for their own niche audience? And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they can keep their doors open with that. I'm sure they'll still be seen, but I don't think they'll be tall. But I think they'll be seen as like I mean, they already sort of back in the Wii era conceded, themselves to being an also ran that just hangs that just hangs out with you know that just you get in addition to another console where you get. And so and so I think and so I have to wonder, they already conceded that. And with it looking like the market that allows them to keep that spot may be eroding a little, I have to wonder if they'll just be that Japanese company that used to be the biggest thing ever but now isn't. That's you know now isn't. Yeah, he really hates his job. He's really relieved he doesn't have to do it anymore. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like in Square, it just like it's really sad watching what's happened to Square. I mean, granted, I did. I guess, and I just, I just don't think, and it's just, and it just, I don't know. It just, and here's the thing. I guess I didn't really grow up with them since I didn't, play my first Final Fantasy game until I was like, I think I was 14, 15. My first Final Fantasy game was really was Final Fantasy 8. And so and it's and so but it's been over 20 years, and they were a big part of the biggest they were a big part of my life, of the time when I was devoting the most time to video gaming. Like, it seemed like every other game I played back in the late PS1 throughout the PS2 era was published by Square Enix. Not just Final Fantasy, but all sorts of games. And now it's just like watching them flounder and like lose $2 billion in market value because their latest Final Fantasy game did well for something that's an exclusive on the PS5. But yeah, I can't really afford to get a PS5 right now, to be honest. I mean, part of what justified my getting an Xbox was the fact that I needed a new 4K disc player, and the PS5 doesn't have that, so it's going to be a while before I have a PS5. So I haven't even gotten to play 16 yet, which is kind of sad. But well, I guess it sucks to be him. But yeah, bore. I don't even bother surveying that planet. It's such a bore. Okay, this is the one where I'm probably gonna get most of my deaths for this run, because there's this stupid minefield and I can never remember what the safe path was. Let's see how Liara does since she's new. What 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 just happened to my huh? My headphones are acting weird. I don't know if anybody else is getting this. Is something Maybe this will end once they get rid of the radio static thing. Yeehaw. We're gonna die. Kind of feel silly for putting the I'll go to that transmission tower first. Take care of that business. But yeah, as I said in an earlier episode, I just love the skybox. I mean, look at that. Oh, and am I the only one who's having trouble getting motivated. I mean, this was one of my most look forward to games, and I've always played Bethsaida stuff, but am I the only one who has found it a little hard to get motivated to play Starfield simply because I played like the first hour and now I'm it's sort of like mostly feels like it's just taking ideas from No Man's Sky and Mass Effect, and the No Man's Sky stuff especially, I just feel like it was done better in No Man's Sky. I mean, I don't know. I'm just finding it. I don't, you only have so much time. I guess I'm going to get back to it soon. I guess I'm going to get back to it, but maybe once I meet some more characters, I'll get more motivated since I'll have NPCs to complicate the storyline. And so, but it's like it's been out for what I think 2 weeks now, and I've only played like an hour of it. And I mean, you find an artifact like in Mass Effect, you have a vision, but then the vision sort of like the end of the beginning of No Man's Sky. It's like I don't know. It just feels kind of. It just feels kind of. Yeah. It just feels kind of. So yeah, I'll probably try playing it again tonight and see if I can get motivated to get more into the game because I will give them credit for this. At least I didn't start out in prison this time, which is that seriously the only opening Bethsaida can think to put in a game. I guess not, since they finally gave you something else. But I just like to find all these guys. Come on. I'm going the way the map is pointing me. If you, I mean, yeah, it's like one of those. It's like one of those things of like Mass Effect and No Man's Sky. They grabbed me, instantly. Skyrim grabbed me, but this game not so much. I mean, Oblivion grabbed me, even though I was in prison again. But yeah, I just like finding all the side quest stuff before doing the main quest, just because then I can just run through the main quest and not stop. I'm gonna have to see if I can. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to see about modding this. Put my own music on here. Imagine some Steve Taylor or some Carmen. That would be fun. I'm just radically say. Yeah. When Shepard's driving, nobody lives. That didn't work out right. Ah, crap. Batarians. The only people dumb enough not to realize that if you start sending slavers after somebody, they might fight back. And then they have the nerve to blame humans for their problems. I'm like, what? No, 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 no. Oh, shoot. No, you see, what happened was we don't like being taken and tortured. That's the problem you have there. Taken, tortured, enslaved, murdered. We don't like it. So you see, that's where you're running into trouble, Batarians. But yeah, I just love these skyboxes, or however they're doing it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I think that, yeah, that's the one with the mines around it. Not going there yet. Well, there that one goes. And but yeah, and all I could say is if you're an entertain, all I could say is I think this is true with every company. Never put somebody with a business degree in charge. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I think that's what's happening with all these companies, Disney, Walmart, all these companies that used to be known for their convenience, good customer service, and used to have good relations with their customers that have sort of like gone down the tube is the original people who founded them and who did hard work in the field and were like and like made these companies because they were like, oh yeah, here's the problem, here's a problem I saw from my experience working in this field. I'm going to start a company to solve these problems. All just seem to be, all, they all seem to die the moment they get somebody with a business degree because they're like maximize profits. But ironically, long term, what you do to maximize profits, ironically, long term, doesn't actually maximize your profits. Short term, sure, you're gonna see a boost, but that's not going to last. It's gonna be you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, found him. Ooh, yeah. Take. Let's see who can use this Omni tool. Do you need a new Omni tool? Hilarious. Oh yeah, you need a new Omni tool, Tally. You definitely need a new Omni tool. And yeah, give me one too, Liara. Okay. Just want to say that I finished that side quest. Well, pretty much. I have to beat this DLC to finish it. But yeah. Do you know that I originally this DLC was up for such a limited time, for the PC version at least. I had to actually find a site that had it pirated, both this and the other one, just to get it because by the time because here's what happened. My first Xbox 360, it red ringed of death, of course, and I couldn't afford to replace it right away. So I ended up so I beat the game once there, but I didn't get the DLC. And then by the time, and then I got this at the same time. I bought this. I bought Mass Effects 1 and 2 for my PC the exact same time, but by then I couldn't find a download for this DLC. So on the PC originally, and that's what I don't think these companies get. They're leaving money on the table when they want to maximize their profits, but then they take stuff off and force us to go sail the high seas to get some of this stuff. And it's like that's the trouble with hosting everything online. And that's the other thing I want to talk about is I really hate how everything is going all digital. However, I can't fault Microsoft for it seems this leak, which don't even get me started on I don't understand why this leak happened. I mean, I don't understand. The law says they have to file with the FTC, but then the FTC leaks their confidential plans for their next gen console. I mean, I I don't like Microsoft like at all, but you have to admit that's kind of messed up. The government makes you tell them something that you weren't you weren't ready to reveal, and then they leak it to to the public and your competition. Oh darn it! I hate those This is why I hate snipers in this game because they instantly overheat your gun, and it's like yeah, snipers are a real pain because one shot and your gun is overheated for like the rest of the battle. It's annoying. Ah, I hope that got him. If that didn't get him, come on. Ugh. But oddly enough, I don't have a way to overheat their gun when I'm using a sniper rifle. So, yeah. Come on. Ah, darn it. Yeah. I I definitely like that in the next two games they let you reload. Ugh. Rather than this unlimited ammo, but your gun overheats like crazy thing. That's definitely less counterintuitive. Got some grenades at least. Most of the stuff I don't need simply because I've got some of the best stuff going because this is New Game Plus, and well, let's see here. But why? There have to be better ways to mine. Because they're Batarians. That seems to be the only explanation for why Batarians do anything in this series. Maybe maybe I would have gotten better insight into them if that plan to have a Vegetarian squad member in your team in Mass Effect 2 hadn't fallen through. But as of right now, they're just a pain. They're just a pain who seems to do evil stuff just to do evil stuff. Like, it's just like, uh, you idiot! Don't. If you don't want to shoot someone, don't pull a trigger. Yeah, yeah, as you saw, I can make short work of Batarians. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Got it. Why did you do that? Why? Why did you do this? That doesn't help. That doesn't help you. It only helps the Batarians, you moron. Yeah. Wait. You set them up and then you made it a suicide run to turn them off? How are you planning to go back into the building exactly? How are you planning to get back in there? I want to know. If the only way to turn them off is to get back is to walk through the mine there, why? Why? Yeah, I just want to know. This makes no sense. How did you get out without blowing yourself up if you have no way to remotely turn them off or on? I mean, how? Yeah, I just like why? Why did you do this to me? I'm trying to save you. Why did you do it to yourselves? Once this whole crisis was over, I mean, how are you planning to get on with your lives if to stop this thing from killing you all? I think this is the next one I want. Because I want to do the blasting cap one last. That my save is just get past the blasting cap and move on. Because good night. That one really kills me literally every single time. It's a pain. But it's like companies put out the stuff on disk, but here's the thing. Here's why I can't blame Microsoft for removing the disk drive because they're having to pay a license to Sony every time, so they're having to fund their competition, which I'm grateful that there's a 4K disk drive, and that's why I don't think I'll ever replace my Xbox One X or my Xbox, Series X. Series X, but here's how you fix the feedback. You take a step back and you don't have your microphone right next to the speaker. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Oh, so I guess I selected the wrong one. Oh well. I know where I am now. But but so yeah, I'm gonna keep to disk drives and stuff. But discs are pretty much useless for games. For movies, they're great still because the movie is still on the disc. And regardless of what it says about 4K, as as 4K 4K on your streaming service, the fact is that it's not the same quality as a 4K disc. So, yeah, you're getting something better with the disc. And what's more, most of the discs come with a download code, with a voodoo code or whatever for the movie anyway. So, and they always charge, and I rarely see. It's always like only $5 less for the download, if that. So my thing is like, why wouldn't I just buy the disc with the code and be able to watch it offline and stuff like that? So for movies, it makes a ton of sense. For games, not so much because every game I bought for like the past 5 years, past like 6 years since and that's why I didn't upgrade to the Xbox. That's why I didn't get a modern system. That's why I stuck with my Xbox 360 until after my family got high speed internet for the first time in 2000, after I got high speed internet for the first time in 2017. That's how long it took the lines to come out to where I live. And oh, darn it. Come on. Come on, come out of hiding. What? Come on. Stupid drones. Well, at least that guy's dead. Stupid drones. But yeah, But yeah, every time I bought a game on a disc, all it's done is even if my computer if I have my game system or my computer disconnected from the internet, it just says I can't install it because I don't have an internet connection. And when I do, all the disc seems to have on it now is a download code for going on a website and downloading the game. So it's like, what's the point of discs for games? Discs for movies make sense, but come on, please, either put if they're not going to put the games on the discs, I don't think it makes much sense to if they're not going to put the games on the discs, then why even have a disc drive if you just have to download the game anyway? That's the one thing I will say about Nintendo that I like is that their game cartridges still have the games on them. You know, what did that guy just blink out of existence? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, quit hiding back there. You come out, stupid rocket drone. I think the last two are up here. I'm gonna have to go dig them out. Oh wait, that guy seems to be moving around me. Or is that just yeah. Stop shooting the ceiling, guys. There. That guy's dead. Is there another one up there? Am I gonna get hit in the face by another drone? Oh, looks like. How many drones does this guy have? Come on. How many? Did he shove them all up his butt? I mean, what? come on. Unjam. Oh, come on. Can I have the Dooms? Can I have the Return of the Doom 2 Super Shotgun, please? You know, a shotgun that does something. Die. There you go, you stupid rocket drone. Yeah. Well, I can imagine. He's probably. We hid right out in the open, and we made as much noise as possible. Can't imagine how they caught us. I mean, really. Oh, your worst nightmare. I'm going to blow up one of your colonies. Next game. Just you wait. Alright, fine. I'll do all the work. Fine, I'll do all the work. I think that guy is just too lazy to handle problems himself. Not my ideal manager. Let's move. Boop, 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 boop. Loading screen. Scream, you scream, we all scream for a stupid minefield. Why would you do that? How were you supposed to disable the torches? How did, if it was on before the Batarians got, why wouldn't you at least, make it so, put like some sort of password on it or something? I don't know. Now I have to shoot these things. Wait, did I already blow that one up? I think I blew that one up. Well, then why is it opening? Is the computer so stupid? This is why we shouldn't be worried about AI. It's so stupid. Oh, darn it. I meant to hit jump. We're dealing with. Computers are so stupid. They'll open up these. They'll open. Yeah, I see that. These colonists. These colonists are almost not worth saving. There's so much trouble. Okay. Because you have to go around the back. That's the easiest way to get through, I've found. But still, it's a pain in the neck. Get ready for lots of deaths here. I mean, I don't drive a car because my hands shake a little, you know, normally. And normally I can compensate for that. But this, you take one long step. So if my finger twitches or my hand moves just a little, I'm dead. I mostly know the safe path, but it's like, why? And also, why can't I just blow up the detectors? Why can't I just shoot the detector things? So, my guns, they can take out a giant Geth tank, but not these things? See? What? Yeah, see what I mean? Ugh. See what I mean? Every time you think you found the safe path, it's like, I don't know. And then you're gonna have guys shooting at you, and then I'm gonna have guys shooting at me in a minute. But I mean, they're. Why can't I just have the Normandy blow up the torch? The Normandy has guns, right? Uh, I don't know. It just seems like in universe, this annoying part of the game, there are a million ways to deal with it. Oh, see, either no matter which way you go, you're dead. I'm pretty sure of a play. Ugh, this is just insane. Ugh. See what I mean? You can play this game perfectly, and you're still gonna spend 2 or 3 hours on this part dying because it's like, ugh. Good night. See, you go over here. Then, oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness that's over with. Just die already. Oh, ooh, oh, there are still more guys to shoot. Thank goodness, because having a firefight in a minefield where I've had them step on a mine and blow me up before. Um, that's fun. Okay, now let's never speak of this again. Yeah, you bet I'm saving. Boy. Come on. Come out. The guys in yeah, the guys in armor are going down to me, but the dogs, that'll be what gets me. Here's the thing, if bullets and explosives have trouble penetrating this armor, oh, Liara, stop shooting at me. Tally, stop shooting the computer. I think the freezing ammo is more fun to watch in the second game, honestly. Yeehaw! Okay, let's find the last of these guys. Okay, one more guy. Batarian scum. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get for messing with the ship. I have to go up there now. Because it's always upstairs for some reason. Uh, See, I can get through the whole of the first game without dying if it weren't for that minefield. Boy. But yeah, let's go. Wouldn't you need something to push it in the other direction because of, Just saying, wouldn't you need like some torches to fire in the opposite direction because of, you know, to kill the momentum? Otherwise, won't this thing just keep going towards the planet? Isn't it a little late for that? If you didn't want bloodshed, you I mean, killing people, enslaving them, is that really what we're calling terrorism these days? Yeah, finally, a mercenary who isn't willing to die for a paycheck. Which, given how many of you have already killed, I wouldn't say that's the smart choice. Make him. Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, this was just a temp job for me. This slave run was just a temp job for me. Yeah, I'm not dying for minimum wage. If only more mercenaries in video games felt that way. All right, let me just get the Mako. I've got. Oh, for crying out loud! You run 5 feet and you're fatigued. Even I could do better for that. Oh boy, and I'm no spring chicken. In the main facility. Yep. Let's just go. Go to the main facility. Oh. But yeah. Now that is a great cut. This is stuff like seeing stuff like this with the floating rocks and everything. This is why I play video games. This is just cool. Oh, thanks for putting the main facility at the end of the at the edge of the operational zone. Oh, good night. I don't think I've ever approached it from this angle before. I may actually have to repair the Mako. I, I don't think I've ever actually done it this way before. Well, it seems to be working out. Okay, how many turns are there left? Is there just that one? Did that get it? Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got him. Good job, everyone. Well, good job, me. You guys keep shooting walls. What the heck? Some crack commando team you are. Oh, watch out for those. Watch out for those drones. Die. Die, 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 die. What on earth is that? I'm sure I want to know. Who's shooting me? Oh, come on. I didn't realize my gun overheated. Now this guy is swarming me. Die. How many of you guys do I have to kill before you'll... Oh, come on. That guy had a weapon that could... I am so sick of this, because they can take... Now I have to... All because they get these magic weapons that nobody else gets that just take out your ability to shoot. Yeah, now I have to... Where? Shotguns are useless in this game. Ugh. Hmm. Let me see if I got a weapon that will actually do something now. Finally. Ugh. Boy. Let's go. Let's find the last of those guys that are hiding up here, I think. I think they're hiding up here. Oh, come on! Again? Ugh. The fact that you have to constantly switch weapons because of this stupid overheating thing, because God forbid they let you reload. They let you just reload. Okay, who? Where's the last two guys? Oh, they're drones. At least one of them is. If one of them is an engineer, that means the drones are going to keep coming. Oh, yeah. Now there's another one. Ay, 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 ay. It's like you're never done here. Ugh. I hate the... Good night. This isn't... Okay, where's this last guy hiding? Where are you hiding? Is he up there? Oh, that's where he was this whole time. Oh, a literal monster closet. Thanks. You Ubatarians. Yeah, good night. Yeah, it's like, really? Oh, for crying out loud. Under that logic, you're the one who showed up and you slaughtered my whole family and enslaved my whole colony, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Really? Listen to what? You want the entire human race be to just become your slaves? That's what you want us to listen to? Not gonna happen. Yeah, I'll say. Well, yeah, I don't understand slavery. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh shoot, and I have to remember where all the bombs are. I forgot about this part. Just die already. Is it really a defense drone if it's attacking you? Mm-hmm. Oh, only 2 minutes left. Great. While I'm taking fire. That's just prime. Uh, okay. One bomb left, but this is the one that's always hard to find. I always have trouble finding this one. Mainly because you're taking so much fire while trying to find the bomb. I mean, come on. Where is it? Oh, I saw it on the map. Saw it on the map. Okay. Oh, it's upstairs, isn't it? I missed it because it was upstairs. Or is it over here? Oh, nope. It's upstairs. And I'm taking fire. Okay, less than 2 minutes to go. About 90 seconds to go. I'm taking fire, and there's a flippin' bomb. Great. This is. Oh, come on! Now you're getting stuck on. Now you're getting stuck. Oh, now the game is glitching. Look at it! Look at it! I'm not telling it to do this. I'm not hitting anything. He's stuck on a wall, and I have less than a minute to go. Fuck me. Oh, for crying out loud. Do I have to reload? Ugh, good night. Ugh. Okay, now I'm gonna have to reload this all because of that glitch. Oh, good night. Good. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that was horrible. Good night. Sorry for the bad language, but good night. That was. When a glitch nearly causes you to lose a level, it's like. Ah. I'm sorry, that is the most frustrating thing in all of gaming. So, yeah. Eh. No, I'm a specter. That's my. But yeah, I'm just like, what is? That's what Sarah does. Bam. All right, I guess I already got the Quarian armor. Armor. Oh, I can always use another good Omni tool. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Finish that side quest. Yep. Now let me just equipment. Have to. Sorry about this, but they make you do it. Why they make you do it, I have no idea. I mean, why they give you 5 billion things every single time? I think it's Liara that needs the new Omni tool. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll give this one to Tilly and then shield mod. Liara, let's see what you get. Yeah, this is definitely a huge improvement. Oh yeah, that's an improvement too. So there you go. Even I got that done. I have to expect you not to do. I know where we at. Oh, this has to be the slowest news day ever if that's making headlines. I just saw they brought up a news headline on my Echo that says Jenna Bush talks about the time she almost got a back tattoo. Wow, you almost did something a good portion of the population does. Um, but you didn't do it in the end. That is, it's like, wow, you almost did something. That's almost as exciting as the time I almost that's almost as exciting as the time I almost broke my diet this week and bought a bag of M&Ms, but in the end I didn't. It's about the same thing. Am I supposed to find this interesting at all? Because I don't. And wow, living like a rebel there, aren't you? Okay. Well, let's see. I think that's enough for right now. Being as well, I have things to take care of today, and it's nice out. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. You have a good day. See you next time.